Hello, my friend. You asked me whether life has any meaning in itself, intrinsically. And I would say no. Life has no intrinsic meaning. Any meaning you can find in life, you have to discover or you have to create. You have to be willing to put all the things in your life together and make sense of them by understanding the dynamic, historically, geographically, interpersonally, in lots of different ways. You have to connect what is happening, what has happened, what other people are doing, what you want to be doing, where you want to be going. All of that and all the information that you gather in your life has to be put together in such a way that it becomes a meaningful whole. That is how you create intrinsic meaning in your life. And it's hard work because we gather new information all the time, and much of the new information is contradictory with what we were hoping or what we were working out. So we have to be prepared to revolutionize our framework and our understanding, and therefore we have to change the way in which we create meaning or find meaning in the world. And I know that you won't be satisfied with what I have just said, because you weren't really asking me about intrinsic meaning. You were asking me about extrinsic meaning. You were wondering whether life in itself, per se, human existence, has a meaning. Whether, in other words, we are doing what we're doing every day. We are doing this living every day because there is an ultimate meaning to it all. And your worry is whether that ultimate meaning can be destroyed by us by getting things wrong, and also whether when we die that meaning is gone. Well, none of us know if there is an extrinsic meaning. It's easy if you believe in a God who sets you a task and you know that, you have to do right by the values of your religion. But it's much harder when you put that in question and when you ask yourself what really the human condition consists of. And for me, I've come to the conclusion that I will never be able to answer that question completely, but that I have choices about what I want to believe about that. And I do believe that in the same way in which I can make intrinsic meaning in my own life and fit things together and therefore get satisfaction from the feeling that there's harmony and there's understanding and things are cohesive and coherent, in the same way, I think the whole of the human condition has a coherence and a cohesiveness and has some kind of purpose too. And in my observations about how people live, the conclusion I have come to is that possibly one of those meanings of, extrinsic meanings of the human condition is that human beings put together all their experiences, write about them, draw conclusions from them, debate them, talk with each other about it, disagree with it, pass it on from generation to generation, write theories about it, philosophies about it, experiment with it over and over again, and gradually we come to see that maybe it is this process of understanding and learning that is the task of human beings. Human beings are meaning makers and problem solvers, and by living our lives we add to the available meanings. And if we want to add more to those available meanings, then we need to focus on making sense of our lives and seeing whether the way we make sense of our own life is also relevant to other people as well. And if we can contribute to that overall understanding of what makes a human life meaningful, then that will indeed provide intrinsic, internal meaning as well as external and extrinsic meaning too. So we win doubly. And that sounds like a good proposition to me. So keep living and keep learning and keep putting two and two together and keep talking about the meaning you make and keep adding those meanings to the overall meanings humanity has gathered together and harvested from all of the human efforts that have been made over all the millennia and all over the world. And that is the key. We've got to keep putting it together. So reading a lot and exchanging views with other people a lot and keeping your eyes open, your heart open and your mind open, that will help us all. So keep going with that, my friend, and keep asking those meaning questions too, because they are very much part of that project of learning to be better as human beings. Take care.